Hey, what's up guys and welcome to part 29 of What If Tsunade Was Naruto's Mother. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share it to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead on my second channel. I posted two new what ifs. I posted an episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage, and I also posted an episode of What If Naruto got a new bloodline, so switch across and enjoy. And after this, I'm gonna be posting What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu, and also What If Naruto was trained to be a mercenary. So stay in tune and enjoy all the lovely what ifs coming your way. And if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the anime making family and be a part of the channel. And also switch over to my second channel, Anime Making 2, and enjoy all the lovely what ifs over there as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. So, the last time we left off, Naruto faced off against Mai, and she was doing him badly in the first part, because Naruto wasn't able to use his chakra because of the cursed seal. So Naruto then released all of the seals that were on him, as he was still wearing his weighted seals. After doing that, Naruto's speed and strength was incredible, as Naruto quickly defeated her, but he did her too bad that she couldn't even move. Naruto went over as he then started to treat her, as she refused to be treated by him at first. She then went with it, and after it was over, she shocked everyone as she started to make out with Naruto right there. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this with the spectators. Naruto wasn't the only one caught off guard by Mai's kiss, as everyone who was watching the fight was caught completely off guard. Upon seeing this, both Kiba and Kankuro were launched into the air by massive nosebleeds as they crashed into the wall behind them, as many others like Lee, Karu, Kojiro, Hinata, Sakura and Amoy turned bright red at the sight. At seeing Mai kiss Naruto, Jiraiya immediately started cheering for Naruto as he yelled out, "Way to go kid, that's my boy," he said as he started to write in his notepad. Tsunade didn't take it well. As soon as she saw what Mai did, she wanted to jump down there and kill her, but Sarutobi and Shizune had to hold her down. But that didn't stop her from screaming, "Let him go, you little wench, and I'll kill her," as she struggled to get out of Shizune and Sarutobi's grip, who were then assisted by Aibaki and Anko. Tsunade wasn't the only one that took it badly. When Ino saw what Mai did, she immediately cried out witch, as she was angry, as she wanted to jump into the arena, but Asuma was there as he held her back. Even Haku was angry by the sight, as Zabuza noticed this, as a dark aura formed around her, and she got an evil look in her eye. Don't tell me that Haku liked this kid. Is she jealous? Zabuza thought, as he looked at Haku's reaction. Well, they certainly didn't have this back when I did the tuning exam, commented Kakashi. This is really troublesome, Shikamaru mumbled as he looked at Haku, Tsunade and Ino and their reaction. Damn, Naruto, thought Amoy, as he had to give Naruto his props. Good stuff, my boy, cheered B, although both Yujito and Samui were slightly annoyed by what Mai was doing, but they didn't know why. Well, I certainly didn't see that coming, Kushina commented. As Mai continued to play with Naruto's tongue, Jiraiya started to cry, anime tears. Why couldn't something like that happen to me when I did the exam? He cried. Back with Naruto and Mai. Eventually though, Mai released Naruto, as Naruto was so stunned and shocked he didn't know what to say. His face was completely red, as that was his first real kiss, and what a kiss it was. "Marry me, Naruto," Mai said suddenly, which immediately woke Naruto from his daze. Maryu? Naruto repeated, as his eyes went wide, his face still red. Yes, you are the only person other than my grandfather to have defeated me in battle. Together, we would be unstoppable. You're the only one worthy of being my husband. And we haven't kissed together, Mai said. Kids? Naruto repeated as his eyes widened in farther. Yes, as when our bloodlines combine, our children's would be unstoppable. So what do you say about it? Mai asked in a seducing tone, making Naruto very nervous. Like hell you will, Tsunade screamed out as she broke free and jumped down into the arena and grabbed Naruto by the back of the collar and pulled him away from Mai. After that, Mai quickly got on her feet as she glared at Tsunade. You can't stop us, Mai stated. Oh hell I can't. I'm his mother, Tsunade yelled furiously. Coulda fooled me, since you're old enough to be his grandmother, Mai said back. Oh dear, muttered Sarutobi and the others when they heard what Mai said. What the hell did you just say, you little hussy? Tsunade said as she hissed in anger, as she went in blaze of fury and gave Mai a look that would make most shinobi cowered in fear. But Mai wasn't like most shinobi. You heard me. Or is your hearing going away because of your old age? Said Mai. Oh damn, said Jiraiya, as he knew what was going to come next. What? Tsunade shouted as she roared with pure anger. Why me? Naruto said, as he then stood between his mother and Mai. As Tsunade then raised her fist in rage after being insulted by Mai. Fortunately though, Jiraiya and Shizune appeared behind her as they grabbed onto her, stopping her from splattering Mai all over the wall. Let go of me, Jiraiya and Shizune. I am going to kill her, Tsunade shouted as she tried to get away, but they held on to her tight. Just try it, you old bag, said Mai, as it just added fury to Tsunade as she was about to bring the entire tower down. Please Tsunade, please calm down, said Sarutobi as he stood between Mai and Tsunade so he can prevent Tsunade from killing Mai and starting an international incident. There is no mistake about it. Naruto is my fiancé, stated Mai. And what the hell gives you that idea, said Tsunade as she was still being held back by Jiraiya and Shizune. Clan tradition and law, answered Mai. Huh? Said Naruto with a confused look on his face. Excuse me, asked Sarutobi, not fully understanding what the girl was saying. At this, Mai just smiled. There is a long-standing tradition amongst the kunoichis of my clan. Since we are the one to bear the next generation for our clans, we are obligated to make sure that our children are strong, so the clan will remain strong. So because of this, the women of our clan are trained to be as strong as the men are, so we can fight off against any enemies, even as strong as them, and well as bear many strong children. It's also of this tradition that the women of our clan only accept strong men to be our husband and the father of our child. Hence, if a shinobi, male, defeat one of the kunoichis of our clan and we accept it, then they must marry. Mai finished explaining. That's ridiculous. You're making this stuff up, Tsunade said in rage. Actually Tsunade, she isn't, stated Sarutobi, getting everyone's attention, as I have heard of the Hattori clan having such a tradition. Well, even if there is no way I will allow it to happen, because I forbid it, Tsunade declared. You have no say, old hag, replied Mai. It's only 12 and I am his mother, so I do have a say, hussy, Tsunade said in anger. That may be true if he was a civilian, but once he became a shinobi, he's an adult, Mai retorted. That caught Tsunade by surprise, because technically, Mai was correct. By law, Naruto was an adult. That may be true, Mai, but there is an age limit to marriage, where Naruto cannot get married until he's at least 18 years old. An arranged marriage must be accepted by the mother, and she's also not the mother, she's also the head of the Senju clan and Naruto is the heir. And because your Hattori clan doesn't belong to the leaf, your traditions and belief doesn't make sense here, Sarutobi explained. Upon hearing this, Tsunade smirked, thinking that her sensei had put the girl in her place. But she saw that Mai wasn't angry at all or upset. Those are only small problems, Hokage, and they can be overcome by time. And also, I can wait for a few years, said Mai, as she started to walk away, heading towards the catwalk, where her team was located. But before she walked off, she turned to Naruto and gave him a seducing wink, as it made him blush red due to the kiss still being on his mind. Not to mention the fact that he could still taste her lips on his own. I'll be seeing you soon, Naruto, said Mai as she started to walk away. Back with the spectators. Damn, and I thought that our family was screwed up, thought Kankuro, who regained consciousness. Temari of course nodded at this, but she then smacked the back of Kankuro's head when she saw him staring at Mai's chest and rear when she walked past them to go to her team. Unknowing to none of them, Orochimaru was completely smiling, as he was disguised as one of the Jonins. Very impressive, Naruto, he said with a small smile. After the match was over, Sarutobi decided that they had delayed the Chunin exam for long enough, as he told them to go up the catwalk, where Tsunade could heal Naruto injuries. Tsunade insisted that they should go now and seal away the curse mark, but Sarutobi told them that they couldn't. Well, not at least yet, since everyone needs to stay here till the preliminaries are done, because one of the Genins have to fight twice. As they all went up to the catwalk, as Shizune went to get Naruto's katana and then follow them up. Once they were up there, Tsunade told Naruto to lean up against the wall where she can examine and treat his injuries, as Naruto just stood still before going down on the floor and leaned up against the wall, as he was pretty tired and pretty sore. As Tsunade started to heal Naruto injuries, Haku, Hinata, Ino, they all came over to see how Naruto was doing and see if they could help treat his injuries. As Hinata then asked Tsunade if Naruto will be fine. Yes, he should be fine. I have trained him hard enough, so injuries like this would be nothing to him, answered Tsunade. That's the understatement of the decade, muttered Naruto, since his fight with Mai was nothing to compare with the hellish training that she put him through when he was younger. What was that, Naruto? Asked Tsunade. Nothing, Naruto quickly responded. Since his mother was not in the best of moods after arguing with Mai, and she was looking for an outlet to let out all her frustration. Good, stated Tsunade, where she continued to heal Naruto injuries. If I may, Tsunade, I can help, offered Haku. So can I, stated Ino. And I have some healing cream, said Hinata, that could help. Well, it looks like you've been busy, you little brat, Jiraiya said with a smile when he saw the three girls offering to help Naruto. Seeing this, Tsunade wondered what was their relationship with her son. Thank you, but I can manage, said Tsunade, where all of the girls nodded. After the defeat by the hand of Naruto, Mai headed up the catwalk as she looked at her team that were waiting for her. Can you explain yourself, Mai? Asked the team leader and sensei, Kendachi. Naruto was much stronger than I anticipated, Mai answered simply. Your orders were to kill Naruto, but you proposed to him and also made out with him, said the leader. Your grandfather will not be pleased when he hear of your defeat, said Kendachi. Did you saw how skilled Naruto was? Stated Mai, which make your defeat and your actions after the fight more serious, retorted Kendachi. My grandfather will understand. He know our clan laws more than everyone else, and he would agree that me and Naruto will make a fitting match. If you ask me, you're trying to cover yourself, stated the other member of Mai's team. What did you just say? Asked Mai as she turned to her teammate and glared at him. You heard me, he said while snickering. You failed the mission and now you're trying to cover up your mistake by jump, Senju Naruto's bones. Clearly you're not as strong as you think you are. Maybe you should just step aside and leave this mission to someone who is better suited. As soon as he said that, and before he could do anything else, he then found a kunai pointed at his neck and a very angry Mai. I suggest that you watch your mouth. Even on my worst day, I could kill trash like you with a simple flick of my wrist. That's enough, both of you, said Kendachi as he glared at the both of them. Mai scoffed as she moved away her kunai as her teammate's sweat dropped. As Mai then turned as she saw Naruto being treated his injuries by his mother, as she smiled. This could complicate matters, thought Kendachi as he saw Mai smiling at Naruto as they were given a mission to take him out. With the Sand team, Gaara was currently staring at Naruto with a bloodthirsty look in his eyes. Seeing this, Gaara sensei and siblings started to worry as they saw who he was staring at. Yes, I hear you, mother. You want his blood and I will give it to you soon, very soon, thought the crazy Jinchuriki. I was worried about this, thought a worried Temari as she saw the look on Gaara's face. While their sensei was looking at Naruto, I couldn't believe that he actually defeated someone as strong as Hanzo's daughter. He might be stronger than we fear, thought Baki as he then turned back and looked at Gaara as he wondered if Gaara would be enough to take out Naruto. Meanwhile, Orochimaru was smirking as he knew that there was a reason why he chose Naruto, and now everything is playing out. Only thing he has to do is stand back and enjoy the show. Meanwhile, with the Cloud team, hey, A-Tails, something up? Asked Killer B in his mind as he could sense that something was up with the A-Tails. Yes, I sense another one of the Bijou in here, said the A-Tails. No joke? Asked Killer B as he was surprised. Yeah, I sense it too, said the two-tail Nibi, joining the conversation as the Bijous could talk to each other with their link. Which one is it? Asked Yujito as she looked around at the genin teams who were from the different villages. It is Shikaku. I can practically feel his bloodlust, stated the A-Tails. That means it's one of the Sand members, stated Yujito as she looked over as the Sand team was to her right at the end of the catwalk. As Yujito turned and she faced Gaara, she could just tell that it was him. Yeah, it's him, said the Nibi. That guy, he's completely nuts. Shikaku doesn't like human. I guess the Shikaku is influencing his mind. So, if you have to face him, you should be extremely careful because Shikaku's hosts give their users the ability to use the sand. And also, the sand is very dangerous and he looks like he's going in for the kill, the Nibi told Yujito. At hearing this, Yujito just nodded, taking her Bijou's advice, knowing that she was right. Meanwhile with Sasuke, as Naruto was getting treated for his injuries, Sasuke stared coldly at Naruto with pure anger. Sasuke was watching the battle with everyone else, as he was pissed when it ended. Not only did the both of them got the curse mark, but Naruto was able to overcome his, and also defeat me when I was infused with all that power. And also, what is up with that damn girl? Why did she kiss him? As Sasuke was a bit jealous, and he couldn't understand how the hell was Naruto that strong. Mai was winning at first, but once he removed those weights, as Sasuke knew in himself that he could not defeat Naruto at this level, Naruto will totally wipe the floor with him. He was then snapped out of his thoughts when Kakashi spoke to him telling him that he was next, as he looked up to see that he was indeed next, with his name on the board, as he just nodded and started walking down to the arena. If you can win your match without relying on your chakra, Naruto, then so can I, Sasuke thought as he walked down to face his opponent. Back with Naruto, after being healed by his mother, he was currently talking to Kushina. "So, how are you feeling now, kid?" Kushina asked. "Better than before," said Naruto. "So you're telling us that you don't like a girl like her, sucking you dry?" asked Kushina, as she only laughed when she saw Naruto's face turn completely red, and Hinata, Ino, Haku, and Tsunade's face in anger and annoyance. She also noticed that Kiba was looking at Naruto with some jealousy. No doubt he wished that he was in Naruto's shoes. "I am never going to hear the end of this, am I?" asked Naruto. "Probably not," Kushina said with a grin. "Well, it doesn't look so," said Kakashi, as Kakashi walked up to them. "So tell us, Naruto, are you going to take her up on her offer? Because she's quite looking," said Kakashi, as he gave Naruto his traditional eye smile. "You're enjoying this, aren't you?" asked Naruto, as he guessed that this was payback from Kakashi after he destroyed his Ichi book after their team test. Kakashi did not answer this as he just continued to eye smile, which basically answered Naruto's question. Soon enough, everyone turned their attention to Sasuke, who was facing off against one of Kabuto's teammates, and this was same like canon as Sasuke ended this battle with the Lion Barrage. As the fight was over and Kabuto's teammates was taken away by the medic, the next match was Shino versus Zaku, and this was same like canon as Shino won. And the next match was Kankuro versus the last member of Kabuto's team, and this match ended quickly where Kankuro won. The board then spun again as the names popped up, as the next match was Karu versus Sakura. When Naruto saw the two names, he could only shake his head as he already knew how this match was going to end. Sadly, Sakura did not see this, and she thought that this was a perfect fight to show Sasuke that she was a strong kunoichi. It's better that if she gives up, because she will never win. "Well, Naruto, isn't that a bit harsh?" Kakashi asks. "Sakura can still win." "No, it doesn't matter what she do. Right now, Sakura cannot win against Karu." "If you're so sure that she will lose, why didn't you tell her to quit?" asked Yamato. "Because she wouldn't believe me if I told her, and this is a good opportunity to show her how weak she is." "Naruto, not everyone can be as strong as you," said Kakashi. "Kakashi, that's not what I'm talking about. You know, comparing to most of the genins out there, Sakura is weak. Count the amount of times that you, Sai, and Sasuke had to save her during a mission or something like that. Also, she nearly got herself killed in the Forest of Death against the Sound Shinobis. If it wasn't for Lee, she would have been dead right now. So she needs to realize how weak she is and start taking her training seriously." As Kakashi could not really argue what Naruto was saying, as he had a point. Sakura was weak and she needs to take her training seriously. Only thing she's focusing on is proving to get with Sasuke and being a crazy fangirl. But even so, he was her student and he should at least have faith in her, Kakashi said to himself. Sadly though, Naruto's prediction came through as Karu easily defeated Sakura. The match only lasted for 6 seconds as Karu punched her in her stomach and Sakura had to drop to her knees, and then Karu started delivering massive blows to Sakura and knocked her unconscious. It was like nothing. Once Karu was named the winner, Kakashi shunned Shin down there as he picked up Sakura and brought her to Shizune and told her to treat his student. As Sakura was being treated, Naruto wondered if she knew how lucky she was, because if Karu had took her sword out, she would have dealt some serious damage to her. At the same time, the screen lit up again as it went through the names, and this match was Ino versus Samui. Naruto saw those names, he couldn't help but sigh again. because Naruto knew that Ino stood no chance of beating Samui. Like Sakura, Ino did not notice Naruto's sign, as she thought that this was a perfect chance to prove to him that she was strong. As she walked by him, she told Naruto to watch her fight, where he replied that he would, as he wondered if he should tell her to just forfeit because she can't win. But he decided not to. As soon as she left, he turned and looked over at her sensei Asuma. Asuma sensei, I suggest that you prepare yourself to go get Ino because this battle won't last very long. Aren't you being a little too harsh, Naruto? I know that Ino isn't really on some of the levels of the Kunoichis here, especially that my girl that you fought, but she has really improved over the past few months. Maybe so, but that won't be enough to face off against someone like Samui. Ino stand a less of a chance than Sakura did. Is she that strong? Asked Choji with some worry for his teammate. She's stronger. I fought her back a long time ago, and trust me, she's not someone you should take lightly. And right now, I can bet that she's even stronger than before. As Naruto predicted, the fight did not last long, as it lasted for only 3 seconds, even shorter than Sakura's match, as Samui used her incredible speed to get behind Ino, and with one slap, she knocked her out. Once the match was over, Asuma went down, as he brought her back up to the catwalk, as he put her beside the unconscious Sakura. The scream then went through names again, as it was Haku and one of the Taki Genins, as Naruto wished Haku luck, as she smiled as she jumped down, as he was no match for Haku. Haku completely wrecked him in about 20 seconds and froze his entire body in a crystal ice. When the match was over, she released him. The next match was Temari versus Tenten, and this match was same as canon, that Temari won. Next match was Shikamaru versus Kin from the Sound, as this match went same as canon as well, where Shikamaru won. The scream then run through names again, as it was now Yujito versus Kiba, as Naruto sighed, as he didn't bother saying anything, as Kiba jumped down in the arena, as everyone prepared to watch the match. As Kurunai then remembered what Kushina had told her earlier, that Yujito possessed the two-tailed beast, so if she can even use a fraction of that power, Kiba wouldn't win. Down in the arena, the two of them ready to face off against each other. I suggest that you do yourself a favor and give up. Just because you're a girl, that doesn't mean I'm going to go easy on you, said Kiba with a smirk. Naturally, Yujito didn't take Kiba's comment well, as she narrowed her eyes in anger. Meanwhile, Naruto groaned as he slapped his forehead, as he knew how Yujito hated comments like that, and he knew that Yujito will mess Kiba up. As soon as the proctor began the match, Kiba used his four-leg technique, as Akamaru came on his back, as he started to glow with chakra around him, as his claws and his fangs got taller, as he then disappeared in a burst of speed, as he appeared right in front of Yujito and tried to deliver a sharp elbow. But before the strike could make contact, she disappeared in a burst of speed and appeared at his left. Not bad, but you still cannot keep up with me, she said as she reappeared. She then sent him flying back with a kick, but he flipped in the air as he landed back on all fours. When he looked back at Yujito, he saw that her fingernails and her toenails had become longer. It was just like his. Surprised, she asked, as you see, you're not the only one who can turn their hands into weapons. Seeing this, he threw several smoke bombs at Yujito, as he then sent Akamaru in the smoke to attack, as he knew that Akamaru could find her anywhere, unlike her, who was blind to the smoke. But much to his surprise, Akamaru was sent flying out of the smoke within seconds, as he crashed into the wall. Akamaru! Kiba yelled out. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go ahead and check out my second channel. I posted 2 what ifs, so go ahead and enjoy. And also after this, I'm going to be posting what if Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu, and what if Naruto was trained to be a mercenary. But for now, I'm out. Peace.